season. We have a few announcements to make. We're going to start off with a prayer. I want to welcome you all for visiting us and thanking you for having me as your humble announcer for these games. I'm going to pass the mic over now to James Montesantos to get this party started. I want to welcome you all back, and let's get this started.
James? Thank you, George. If everyone could please rise. And we're going to begin, as we do with every event, with the prayer.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, James. I'm double mic today. Let's begin with the prayer, friends. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ευλογήτως η Χριστέ ο Θεός ημών, ο πανσόφους τους αλείς αναδείξας, καταπέμψας αυτής το πνεύμα το Αγίον και δι' αυτόν την οικουμένην σαγηνεύσας φιλάνθρωπε δόξα σοι.
We ask that you remain standing, and we will now begin the national anthems. Alex? Presenting the American National Anthem, Alex Yarian. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I think some requests will be coming in from some major professional teams. That was amazing. Now to present the Greek national anthem, Maria Tigaris. Please remain standing.
Σε γνωρίζω από την κόψη του σπαθιού τη τομερή. Σε γνωρίζω από την όψη που με διαμετράει τη γη. Απ' τα κόκαλα μου γελμένη το μελήρουν τα γελά και σαν πρώτα αμλιωμένη χέρι ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα αμλιωμένη χέρι ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα αμλιωμένη χέρι ελευθεριά.
Wonderful job. Amazing job. How about one more big round of applause? What a way to kick off the season. It is now my pleasure to turn the microphones over to our Parish Council President, Bobby Sirakidis. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the entire Parish Council, I'd like to welcome you all to Holy Resurrection for the opening of our 2024-25 season. This season will mark the first full season in our own facility, a state-of-the-art athletic center that not only our kids are excited to play in, but we're so grateful to have been blessed with. We're grateful first to God for the inspiration and wherewithal to be able to see this project through. We're grateful to our priest, Father Panteleimon, who works tirelessly to help shepherd us and keep us grounded in our faith through our daily struggles. Father happens to celebrate today the anniversary of his ordination, and please join me in expressing a most fitting sentiment, Axios. Axios. We're grateful to each of you who has stepped forward to pray and support our efforts, each in your own way. But we're also grateful to two specific individuals who have spent countless hours pouring their hearts into helping make this all a reality. At this point, I want to call them forward and acknowledge our expansion leads, Mr. Sotirios Panayas and Mr. Kostas Zachariadis, for their unwavering commitment and dedication to our parish.
Go in front, please. Stand in front.
I would also like to acknowledge all of our coaches and program leads who give freely of their time and talent to help mold and sculpt our beloved children, not merely into good ball players, but into respectful, mindful, and well-rounded individuals. More specifically today, as we unveil banners to celebrate the tremendous accomplishments of the dedicated group of boys that gave their all, bringing home not one, but 2 championships, the first of their kind for our community, I want to acknowledge their team coaches. We all know and love them. Miss Athina Katsanos, who is always on the sidelines, quietly encouraging, caring, and supporting our youth. And then someone who, despite my constant teasing ever since kindergarten, to be exact, when I first met her, I silently admire and look up to as a powerful role model who has touched the lives of many of our youth, Miss Liz Fagos. These two ladies have not only taught these boys how to score on the court, but more importantly, how to rebound in tough situations and slam dunk in life by encouraging them to attend church services regularly and honor values like humility and integrity that are the cornerstones of Christianity. Congratulations on your accomplishments. On behalf of the entire Holy Resurrection family, we thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I know in New York, especially for us baseball fans, maybe the season ended a little bit early, but I'm here to tell you that we're about to start the biggest basketball season of Holy Resurrection ever, and we're here today to celebrate it. I'm going to talk for a minute or two about our basketball program ministry and its mission. It's great to win. It's great to win championships, but the biggest win is connecting the youth to the church. That is what it's all about. That is the most important score at the end of the day. So even if we don't win any games, but our kids are in church with their coaches, with their fellow teammates, learning sportsmanship, being closer to Christ, that's what it's all about. And of course, when we win the championships, it'll be nice too. But that is the mission of the program. Our theme this year at Holy Resurrection is Elevate. Let's elevate our program. Let's elevate our participation. Let's elevate our sportsmanship. Let's elevate our commitment to the youth of this community, because that is what we need for the future generations and for the Holy Resurrection basketball program to be here decades from now. So I thank you, and the community thanks you for your support, for your participation, and for your commitment. Thank you for being here today. It is now my pleasure to pass it to Liz Fagos, and we're going to start the portion of the presentation with our championship recognition and the unveiling of the banners. Thank you.
What do I talk about? We'd like to thank everyone coming to support our opening day and raising the championship banners. A special thank you to Father, President Bobby Tirakidis, James Matasantos, Sam Panageas, Angelo Paravalos, Jimmy Santos, Costa Cusiaris, Stavros Fagos for their continuous support. We also extend our gratitude to George Tagaris for his excellent announcing of the champions who are about to come out. Special thank you to Alex Yarin and Maria Tagaris for singing our national anthems. Lastly, I would like to thank one very special person, Athina Katsanos. Without her, we wouldn't be where we are today. I am proud to call her my assistant coach, and even prouder to call her my dear friend. Her endless support for every detail of this team has been invaluable. Now as your coach to these young boys who are about to come out, I want to take a moment to express how proud I am of all of your accomplishments. This group is truly special. We've transformed them into respectful young men on and off the court. In 2019, we embarked on this incredible journey, playing for Holy Resurrection. With the unwavering commitment of your parents and your hard work, we celebrated an undefeated championship season in GOBL for the B2 division in 2022, and now we're proud to say we've done it again in 2024 for the B3 division. What Coach Athina and I are most proud of is how you boys have built what we hope will be a lifelong friendship. You've learned to put God first in your lives and then basketball. As we look ahead, I'm excited about the next 5 years with this exceptional group. Together, let's continue striving for excellency and aim for an even more championship. Keep pushing yourselves, supporting each other, and remember that our best moments are still ahead of us. Let's go out there and show everyone what we're capable of. Thank you.
All right, Resurrectionites, are we ready for this 24-25 season? I'm going to kick this off by introducing the first ever championship team for Resurrection since the early 90s that so happened to be undefeated as well in their first championship in the 21-22 season. So without further ado, I want to introduce these talented players and the two mothers that are mothers on the court and at home. And I'm a true believer of it takes a village to raise these kids, and I feel like this is what this community is all about. We bring our kids here 2, 3, 6, 7 days a week, whatever it is. We're all one big family, whether it's this church, another, as long as it's in the Christian faith, the Greek Orthodox churches around us, we all help to raise and make our children better people, better players, better Christians. So now, without further ado, number 4. Number 20 couldn't be here to come out from us, but I will call his name, Dimitris Fragopoulos. Big contribution to the team. But let's move on to number 10, Alexander Corrales. Number 21, Nicolas Carzonis. Number 34, Vasily Katsanos. Number 33, Dimitri Koutsagelos. Number 42 couldn't be here with us today, Haris Labrakis, but we're honoring him as well. We're going to move on to number 5, Andreas Michael. Also number 4, Thomas Solomitis couldn't be here. Big contribution to that team as well. We honor him today. Number 22, Alexander Yarian. And we got some players that are new to the team. We want to call them out here to join their teammates. We have Antonio Georgiadis, Liam Henning. And last but not least, hopefully give us another championship, another banner to put up in this church, Alexander Carusos. And now for the two ladies that helped make all this possible. Mind you, they have a championship, undefeated 21-22 season, and again 23-24 season. Last year wasn't, undefeated, but they still got the championship, the banner. They got it done. Job done. The two moms that made this all happen. My favorite of the two, Liz Fagos and Athina Katanos. That was my favorite of the two Fagoses, by the way. Sorry, that came out wrong. Ready? I'm going to invite the boys to move over to the banner now. If you could, gentlemen, please make a straight line, go over to the banner. Big round of applause once again to these boys. And to Sam, who's always here, always doing the stuff that we love that he does. Bobby, can you get the boys maybe to give you a hand? Because that seems like a heavy, heavy banner. How about we do a countdown, ladies and gentlemen, from 3, 2, 1. The first two championship flags on our walls, hopefully the first two of many more. With your support and your kids' commitment, we thank all of you. I'm going to pass the mic over back to James. I got to get back to YouTube. Thank you all.
Thank you, George. Great job. As we conclude the program and the opening festivities and getting ready for our opening tip-off, which will be at 2:30, we're going to pass it to Father, who will close us out with some words after the picture.
Before I say a few words, we have another wonderful presentation to this exquisite team of champions. Boys, you should know that the community has created special basketballs for the both of you, which I'm going to allow Mr. Tsirakidis to speak about.
Just a commemorative basketball for each championship team, listing all the boys' names on there with their coaches that'll be displayed proudly in our trophy case. Congratulations, boys and coaches.
I wanted the children, the young adults, these fine players to stay up here. Today's not a day for many words, but there's one word that I do want to express, which is thanks to God. This journey started about 2 years ago. Many of you remember very vividly that we kicked off in February of 2020, and then just a month later, weeks later, days later, COVID hit. Everything was put on delay. We were thinking, what's going to happen? Are we going to get to the end of this finish line? Are things going to be completed? What's going to happen with our community? What's going to happen with the world? And by God's grace, we got to the point where we had the opening, the groundbreaking, the opening of this community facility with the athletic center, and I think we have so much to be grateful to God, against all odds. And I think this is a theme of this community that always, as James beautifully said, our theme for the year, elevates. This is a very important word, players, to keep in mind. When you're on the court, we have to elevate our attitude, elevate our play, elevate, as also James said so beautifully, our prayer life. One of the things that this community does and that we really focus on is trying to connect the kids back to the starting point, which is God. Remember, I mentioned this last night, remember how the Bible begins. In the Old Testament, the first line of the Old Testament, Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 starts, in the beginning, God. In the beginning of everything that ever happened in the universe, God. And for our children, that's the primary target. We want them to connect to God, to see this not as a place they come, but a place they belong, their church, and that everything begins with God and in a mystical way comes back, boomerang, back to God. So let us enjoy this great day, this opening day, an opening in God. Let us elevate our attitudes and our hearts to give thanks to God and to be grateful. And what can we say about all of you parents who have given us and entrusted us with your children, not only in the Greek school, not only in worship, not only in athletics, but the fact that you feel this connection to your community, it means the world to us. Because, as I've said many times, we clergy, we're here and we leave. It's part of the game. You all will remain, you all will be digging the roots deep in this community. You all will be creating, as Liz said, something for many more generations to be proud of. And children, that's on you to elevate once you leave the basketball court, this community and your faith and your love for God. So I congratulate everyone who's here today. I congratulate Bobby and the Parish Council, the athletic committee. I congratulate the coaches, the players, the parents, the concession stand, the scoreboard operators. Again, we overlook them often. Mr. Fagos and Kutangelos. Our indefatigable commentator, Mr. George Tegaris, who, even when I'm not here, George, I'm listening to you. You should know that, and I'm laughing. And let's thank God for this beautiful day that He has made for us, that we're able to open our gym in such a beautiful way. I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow at church, yes, and we begin where we end. So let's take one last photo, I guess, here with the gentleman. Yeah.
Okay, one last big round of applause for everyone. Tip-off will be at 2:30 p.m. This concludes our opening festivities, and we have games all day long. The last game tonight is at 7:30 p.m., so stay with us. We have a great day today. And again, welcome to opening day at Holy Resurrection.